I found out my name was Natasha in Kenya. I went with it.
He said I went with it.
When I came to America, the teacher's taking roll, and she's like, Swadu. I was like, who the hell is that?
This ain't about views and likes, man. This is about bars.
Woo! Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Do you have a holder, or are you gonna be holding it like that with your hands?
Yeah, I'm used to it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I take selfies all day.
All right, you're gonna be by the time you're done, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose like 20 pounds.
No? I talk too, and I could, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be ready.
Hey, all right. Let me do my intro real quick. All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, so it's your boy DK. Hey, I'm rocking with you, and I know you're watching us, so you're rocking with us too, man. Stop playing. OMG, what we got here today, man, is the Queen of Sierra Leone, Miss Sierra Leone 2011. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got over here with me Tasha Beckley, Natasha Beckley, Swadu, Natasha Beckley, whatever you want to call her, man. She right here with me today. We finna talk. We finna have some fun, man. Hey, Tasha, how's it going?
Tasha, baby. What up, DKA? I'm so excited to be here today. Everything is good. Happy Saturday, y'all. It's Tasha, baby. What's up? What's good, Africa?
Hey, so right off the bat, you gotta tell us, so what do you go by musically? Are you Tasha? Are you Natasha? Are you Tasha Beckley? Are you Swadu? Because you get like multiple things when you're trying to find you. It makes it a little difficult.
So definitely, you'll hear me say Tasha baby. I say that a lot. Before I start rapping, I always say Tasha baby.
Okay.
And so I was gonna let my rap name be Tasha Beckley because that's my name cut short. But now I see so many Tashas. Tasha is such a, so I was like, you know what, just leave it as Natasha Beckley because that's what people know you as for everything that you've done before. Don't start a new journey. Just build on the empire that you've already, you started laying bricks on. So definitely as Natasha Beckley. And I will say Tasha Baby as a hashtag, but all my social media handles are on Natasha Beckley.
Okay. So and what is the Swadu? Because I hear that too.
Yes, so Swadu is my first name, Swadu Natasha Beckley. And Swadu it's like you're talking to two different people. Swadu's the poet. Okay. Like, Swadu's a poet. She's really like connected to Africa. Swadu's she's very poetic, justice. She's the Gwendolyn Brooks kind of like, But Tasha's the drop the beat, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Tasha's I listen to Mobb Deep, 50 Cent, but Swadu's who you really want to invite to the corporate dinner, not Natasha.
Okay. All right. And then what about Savage? Because I see you use the terminology Savage quite a bit.
Oh, there you go. Savage right here. I still got a Savage shirt on.
So what is that about?
Okay, so Savage Music is a brand that I'm working with, and it's up and coming. And so Savage is just it's the roughness that has the carefree, the roughness that's gonna be in the lyrics, the bully, like lyrical bully, just the savagery, in the punchlines, the savagery, and the way I'm dressed in, and that's where Savage is coming from. So I got my Savage shirt on.
Hey, I mean I see that everywhere. Hashtag Savage. The other pictures you posted the other day too, I saw like the short that you're wearing that has Savage across. And also on your chest as well.
Yes. You've been doing your homework.
I'm just saying, man. You've had yourself a stalker for the past 2 weeks now. I'm just kidding.
Yes, go ahead. Stop on.
So we're gonna talk about music, but before we branch off to music, I also understand that you're into politics.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Swadu is who you're definitely taking to all your corporate meetings, anything that has to do with it. So 2011, after Miss World, I started a new journey and I wanted to go to Parliament. Okay. So I campaigned as a parliamentarian. I campaigned under a political party, All People's Congress, APC, and they were going to give me a symbol so I could go to Parliament and campaign and win the seat. But unfortunately, anybody that has two passports, like an American passport and a Sierra Leonean passport, or a British passport and a Sierra Leonean passport, cannot go to Parliament because it's a clause in our Constitution that you cannot naturalize to another country. So I lost my seat to go to Parliament, and then we had the by-election in my area where I live, in my constituency. So I won as a councilwoman. So in Ghana, they call them assemblywomen or assemblyman. Okay. Yeah, so that's my role. That's my job.
Okay.
I have a volunteer job. We serve the community, we represent the community, and we try our best to bring in goods and services and organizations to support our community. So it's a volunteer job. So it gives me time to actually focus on something else as I play my part in developing my community.
That's nice. So how long have you been in that position? The council?
I've been there 2 years, 2.5 years now.
Okay.
I won my seat June 16, 2018. And I'm still at it. And when next elections come again, I definitely will go back to council.
And if I'm not mistaken, you won by what, 75% of the vote? Or was it 70% of the vote?
75% of the vote.
That's impressive. Why do you think that was the case?
Because I think coming from the diaspora, especially young politicians such as ourselves, we just want to see the work being done. Mm-hmm. We're not too big on, I'm a part of this party, I'm a part of that party. We just want to work with the people to see changes. So I thank God my party gave me the symbol so that I could campaign. But people just love the work. And some mothers will come up to me, Natasha, I'm not with your party, but I will vote for you because my kids can't stop talking about you. Or my kids say they're going to move out the house if I don't vote for you. I had mothers coming up to me saying that. And then so they're like, we're not voting for you because of you, because our kids keep saying they're going to leave.
Wow.
So I love my kids. I work in a very rural area. I don't work in Freetown. I work out in the outskirts of Freetown. And I work in a very rural city that's developing. And my kids get all the love that they can from me. Like, I'm all about my kids. And it's like I'm their princess or something. As soon as I'm walking out, they don't even call me Auntie Natasha. They call me Natasha. Natasha. Oh my God.
So is the Parliament's journey, is it like a done deal, or is it something that you're still considering in the future?
You know what? Being that I respect the Constitution for that clause, because naturalized citizens should not be allowed to represent. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though we maybe have some qualifications, I think that if you're ready to take that journey, you can be Sierra Leonean or, give up one passport because you're serving.
I agree.
And if you're ready to take that journey, and it actually protects our people, because these laws in the Constitution were put in to protect the people, the Sierra Leonean people, over the years, so since, we gained independence. So I'm just, Parliament for now is done until otherwise, maybe, they'll lift the ban that naturalized Sierra Leoneans can come in. But for right now, I'm still in council and, I'm putting in more effort in music than ever. So I'm okay being in council and putting in effort in music. Maybe God had a plan. Maybe God wasn't ready for me to go to Parliament now. He wanted me to take another venture. Because imagine as a parliamentarian, I couldn't be rapping. There's no way I could have been rapping.
You never know.
Been kind of
right. So one more question on that one before we move on now, because we're here for music. What have you done so far being as a councilwoman that you're most proud of?
So I got here I got here March 9th, I think.
Right.
And then we heard that COVID, I didn't know how serious COVID was because remember we're coming from Africa. And then I didn't know how serious it was in America, but at that time we knew about this COVID, but I didn't know that it was spreading that fast. And so when we got here, the first month, we raised $2,300. I was like, oh my God, my people, and I'm here. And we sent our first batch of 100 bags of rice to Sierra Leone, to my area to feed the people. And another, I've been applying for different things like grants and stuff like that, and just opportunities to, to develop for my kids and my constituency. And secondly, my EP is kind of dedicated to the work I'm doing now because I just got land to build a playground because my kids don't have a playground. So that's really the project that I'm focusing on now. So I've been doing a lot of online fundraisers because everybody's been home and they've been donating. And then I built a school in my ward. I'm a Christian, but I live in a predominantly Muslim area. So I built them a Quran school where the kids are learning the Quran. And we've done a lot of water well projects, and now I'm just trying to build my my playground and then work towards another project before I finish my term.
Impressive. Very good. I like it. I like it. So how do you, I guess you said now you're working a lot more in terms of music. How do you balance how do you balance like being in politics, being in the limelight, and also making rap music? Because you know rap music can be very derogatory at times. So how do you balance that?
So if you hear my lyrics, I get cocky, but I don't get too cocky. I get cocky, you know, sometimes because I wish I could say what I want to say. I wish I could just, you know, I could just be that girl and embody all of that street, all of that knowledge, all of that culture, and just put up, but I can't because I hold a responsibility to so many kids. I hold the responsibility to so many young girls that, you know, I gotta watch what I say, and I am responsible for them. It's not like I'm not. I am. You know what I'm saying? I would say some stuff that I want young girls to, you know, I want young girls to, you know, pay attention to. You know, if I talk about maybe how I want to be treated, if I talk about how I want to be approached, I want young girls to pay attention to that. But as a female rapper, would you see me ratchetly twerking in a thong? No. It's part of our culture, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's part of rap culture, and there's nothing wrong with that if you're doing it. But the responsibility that I hold in a developing country is greater, is everything to me. So how I portray myself, I also have to remember I'm a grown woman, but I also have to remember that I come from a background of culture. I come from a background of tradition. So I want to be cute. You will see me with some tight stuff. You will see some, you know, some breast out, but whatever. You will see that. But there will be limit to what you see because of the responsibility that I hold in my country.
Okay. So also, don't you think like having an affiliation with a political party or one political party may have a negative impact on your music career and trajectory?
Which is true because some people be like, oh, she's part of this party, so we're not gonna support her. She's part of this party. But right now, the way I see it, Sierra Leoneans are just something like, yo, she's actually doing really well for Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So we need to start pushing her. She's actually. So what I do is, I try to. I'm literally up 24 hours. Like I probably sleep 6 hours in a day, like in between. So my life is. When I get up, if I'm working on politics right now, I'm going to do everything that I need to get done. And at night, I pick up music. Music is not something I do during the day. Music is something, if you want us to work, everything has to be like after 10 o'clock, around 9 o'clock, maybe after I've taken a shower, I've rested a little bit, and we could work till like 4 o'clock in the morning. But my priority is my people. My priority is my constituency. And sometimes, you know, you have to be able to... you know, just you have to be able to take the stones that are being thrown at you if you want to see change. I believe that I have what it takes to bring change in my constituency, disregarding of the political party that I'm with or supporting. I am for the people, and I want to see the best for my country. So, and music makes more money than what I am doing. Music makes more money than that, but the service part is what I give. I've given myself to Sierra Leone, and people will just have to, you know, people will, you know, look beyond the political party and push the individual that's pushing the country.
Interesting. So let's take it back from your childhood. Tell us a bit about yourself in terms of your childhood and how you came up and how you ended up in America and also ended up making music.
Man, I grew up, I was born in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
And born in Sierra Leone, but I was not raised there. I left Sierra Leone when I was 6 because the war was coming close to our area. You know what I'm saying? So I spent the first like couple of months of when the rebels were coming to Freetown or invading Freetown. I was in Sierra Leone for that. So it may be, I know in one of my songs, I think it's one of my freestyles, I spoke a little bit about that,
Is it Dreams and Nightmare, I think? Is that the one?
Yeah, in the Dreams and Nightmare, 100 deep in the bathroom waiting for the shooting to cease, young refugees found a way out, we moved overseas. Because I remember we were in this one bathroom, we were like 100. There was this one man, he was like, if anything happens, you guys could come to our house. He was in the military, Nigerian officer, but everybody else in the neighborhood already knew about that, so everybody else went to his house. So we was like all in there, and my mom was like, we got to get out of here. There's too many people in one bathroom. She was like, we got to get out of here. So my dad at that time was in Nairobi looking for a new job, and my dad was like, I'll take the job. I got my kids and my family. In Sierra Leone, I'll go ahead and I'll take the job. So the next thing we noticed in about a day or two, we were no longer in Sierra Leone, we were now in Nairobi.
And how did you leave, in the midst of a war, how did you guys manage to leave Sierra Leone to Nairobi? That's not a quick trip,
So the good thing was, it was a flight that took us.
Okay.
And this was September 8th, on my birthday, 1996. September 8th, 1996 was the day we left Sierra Leone for Kenya. And the war hadn't reached Freetown yet. We were just having, it'd be like RPGs, AK-47. It would just be the sounds of that, going on and things like that. Because I even remember to go to the guy's house. We literally, I remember one night my mom woke us up and she told us to get on the floor, and we got on the floor. And when we got on the floor, we had to crawl a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? I had a little brother that time. He was born in '92, so he was like maybe 3.5. And we were on the floor, and then those were the last memories of me in Sierra Leone at that age, 5 years old, 6 years old. Those were my last memories of Sierra Leone. And I remember just being on the plane and the flight attendant, like singing happy birthday for me. That was all I could remember. And
That's
we
crazy.
went to Nairobi, assimilated to the Kenyan culture. Shout out to everybody from Kenya. I am Kenyan. I embraced everything about being Kenyan, and I grew up there, went to school there, kind of found myself there, and then my dad found another job. And that time he was working for Habitat for Humanity, but they're based in America because that's an American company. So in like 98 we came here, 99, in 2000 we finally moved. But I didn't want to move here. I used to beg him all the time, like, take me back, take me back, take me back. So when I came to America, my name was Natasha. My name is Natasha, of course, so a lot of Africans weren't used to that. They were like, what's your name? Natasha. That's not your name. That's not your name. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to Swadu? You dropped the Swadu? What happened to the Swadu?
Yeah, so let me tell you about Swadu. The funniest thing, you know how African parents be trying to play somebody? The day I found out my name was Swadu was the day I came to America. I didn't even know that was my name. These people had been calling me different names that wasn't even on my birth certificate. So let's talk about the day I found out my name was Natasha. I found out my name was Natasha the day I got to Kenya. I didn't even know my name was Natasha till I seen the teacher, because they were calling me Haja.
Haja.
It's not even my name. It's not even on the birth certificate. So let me tell you, I went through a phase of disgust.
You were like, what the fuck?
So I went through a lot as a child. So I think that's why I'm so vocal in my lyrics. So I found out my name was Natasha in Kenya. I went with it.
You said I went with it.
When I came to America, the teacher's taking roll, and she's like, Swadu. I was like, who the hell is that? You know what I'm saying?
You're like, yo, what kind of name is that?
I was Swadu when I got here. And so I changed my name to Swadu. I changed my name to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I got here, because it was so, I didn't change it immediately in middle school. I changed my name to Swadu in high school when I reached 9th grade.
Got it.
Yeah, because that time now I was already penning down. Yeah, I was penning down that poetic, like I remember I wrote a poem called Then and Now. It was like they enforced upon their culture and enforced upon their religion. They didn't have the mind to create their own future because it wasn't our decision. They crossed the oceans with a plan to bring civilization, but committed the worst crimes beyond human imagination. Yes, we fought for our rights and we fought for our freedom, but we gave in to the whites and were enslaved in our own kingdom. Yes, we were locked up in chains. We worked in all weathers in the hailstorms and rains. We were beaten. On our turn shirts, you see erased spot stains. Like, I was that, bro. I was bad. True. So what's your name, Swadu? What's your name, Swadu? So it worked with the poetic justice.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, Swadu would have been a good. It would have been a good stage name, by the way.
It would have been. So I mean, right now, do you think we should just change it?
I think just call yourself Swadu. I think it has a buzz to it. It has a mean streak to it. If I was your manager, I would definitely be having that conversation with you. Just me.
Okay. Well, you know what? Right now, we're actually going through the process of name finding. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring it up to him.
Swadu. Like, just straight Swadu. That's it. That's just your stage name. I'm just saying. Yeah, I like it. I like the name a lot. I don't know. There's something about it.
I like it. Calling on stage, calling Swadu. Let the beat drop.
You know what I'm saying?
But Swadu's fun. See, Swadu's so boring. Like,
Swadu B. I don't know, man. Something like that. I don't know, but I like Swadu. Keep Swadu in there. I don't know.
I remember I used to play. I was like, Mama G, drip that swag sauce. Call me Swagoo, Ray. Hot and Pala and the color ragu. Like I used to like that name. I used to play around with it. But I was like, leave Swadu for government.
For government work.
Yeah, I was like, leave her for the person that's representing Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
And and leave Natasha for the ratchetness.
I don't know. Think about that. Swadu B versus Natasha B. Tasha B. I don't know. So let me get back to this. Yeah. So when you decided to go back to Africa, I mean, it looks like you grew up in Kenya, right? I'm guessing you speak Swahili too.
Najua Swahili kidogo.
Kidogo, hey,
Yeah,
Kidogo,
Swahili,
hey,
yes,
hey, come on, man. Hey, yo, I rock with Kenyan music, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Calligraph Jones. You rock with him?
Oh my God, yes, Bana. Are you kidding me?
Yes, Bana.
You know what?
There you go.
I need to drop my Bana. Freestyle. You know I'm late. But I'm a rapper. So my older brother, put me on rap music.
Okay.
From Kenya. From Kenya, not America. From Kenya, I was listening to KRS-One, Lost Boys, The Rakim, Mobb Deep, Tribe Called Quest, DMX, Jay-Z, Exhibit.
Exhibit.
You know what I'm saying? From Kenya. So when I came to America, I wasn't into this NSYNC, B2K, those people. I don't even like.
B2K, man.
Nah, I was rocking with Eminem.
Okay.
Because I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen. I ain't no politician, but I kick it with them a minute and see they call me the minute. Like, remember the Renegade?
I know, Renegade. Renegade, yo. He killed that beat, man. Who did you think? Who did you think killed that beat? Was it him or Jay?
He murdered it.
Who killed the best? Was it Jay or M?
Yo.
Hey,
Renegade made me realize that you cannot
let me tell you this,
Eminem, if you're not ready, don't feature him. Like, you would think it's light work. He's too much.
I think I'm not a Jay fan, so regardless of what anybody say, I'll go with Eminem. But I think it's like trying to identify which one is sweeter, honey or sugar, right? It's like they both have different flavors and different approach to that song. Yeah. For me is like to try to identify who killed it the best is hard. But I mean, who do I like best? Definitely Eminem. Who's your favorite rapper amongst all the lists that you gave though?
I don't have a favorite rapper, but I have influencers. You know what I'm saying? Between, like, if you were to say this or this, I would choose Tupac over Biggie. If you were to say Jay-Z or Nas over Jay-Z, they have influenced me and the way I sound. Like I am a Mobb Deep girl. I am a Mobb Deep girl.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Did you say?
I am a Lost Boys girl.
Did you say Nas over Jay-Z?
Yeah, I was like, if you were to, I don't have a favorite rapper, but I would choose Tupac over Biggie if you were to ask me. I would choose Nas over Jay-Z if you were to ask me.
Let me make your life easier. So I mean I'm guessing you grew up like around the same era I grew up. So from like late 90s, early 2000s, all the way to like when hip hop died, which is like maybe 2007. Some of the main players like Jay-Z, even Nas was kind of like fizzling out. DMX, 50 Cent. Amongst those guys, who did you rock with the most? Like, if you wanted to like get into your bag, who did you pop in? Like,
I listened to Pa the Dollar, Give Rich or Die Trying 50.
Oh God, such a cliche. That was my album too, though. But I don't know, man.
No, let me tell you, you couldn't play that album. I remember I was playing ball for TC Williams, and I was captain of the basketball team. I captained freshman. I played JV. I went to varsity. So whenever I used to play ball, I used to get in the mode. Like I used to like get in this zone. And who used to get me there was 50.
50.
And 50 used to get me there. Like
that album was a
50,
shit though.
Tony Yayo.
That album was a shit.
Tony Yayo, Game.
Oh,
like,
God.
You know, Lloyd Banks, they used to get me there.
Lloyd was
You
good.
know what I'm saying?
Lloyd Banks was good. Tony Yayo, I thought he was whack. But DMX was my guy. Just saying.
Yo, my dog. I died for.
DMX was
my dog.
DMX is my guy.
That's what I'm telling you. I can't. I am that era of hip hop that you're talking about. I am that Foxy Lil Kim girl that grew up listening to Patra. You know, I grew up wanting the Patra long braids. I went to my butt at 11, 12, like, you know, just wanting it or whatever like that. Dad is listening to it. Your brothers are listening to it. And I was like, I don't know. Hip-hop,
definitely, man. So I got an interesting question. I think I had Caldenero on my channel. Shout out to Caldenero.
Shout out to Caldenero.
And then I think I asked him a question. Who does he think? And it doesn't even have to be your favorite, because who I chose as the answer to that question was Jay-Z, and he's not even my favorite rapper. Who do you think, like, over time, who's been like the best rapper over time? Like when you look back at the accolades, the achievements. Tasha, you with me? Oh yeah, you with me. The achievement, the amount of music they make, and then consistency.
I'm listening.
Yeah, the consistency over time. Like, if you were just having that back and forth, I was like,
over time, you give it to Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, right? Yeah.
Because when you're saying time, you're giving it back to, even though lyrically I'll say Nas over Jay-Z because I'm a Nas fan, but consistency over time, feeding the people from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Even as I might be coming out of retirement and then he'll pop back in and give them something. Exactly. So from that consistency, feeding the culture has been Jay-Z.
Jay-Z,
that consistency, feeding the culture with beats, has been Timbaland. Like, so, you know, you the consistency for a rapper is definitely Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, definitely. Yeah, I agree with you, definitely. Man. Definitely agree with you.
You see my dude looking fly like today not paid day. Putting all the chicks on, he's gonna make a way day. I'm rapping right now with Ghana. It's my boy DKA. And, you know, Freetown to Ghana, just no say we day. Racking up these bags, you already know I'm on the winning track. I put on for my study, I got Freetown on the piggyback. If it ain't about the money, don't hit the line, just the chitty chat.
Hey.
For my money, gotta be in hand to touch the fur, the kitty cat. DKA.
Oh.
Like, you know, so, you know.
Back up a little bit.